I'm a 29-year-old retired rapper from Compton, and if you don't know, yeah. I highly doubt that, man. 5 minutes, you'll be back where you really came from. Don't take my wallet! But yeah,
I was raised in Compton, actually.
really where?
In Long Beach.
What year was that, like 1960 when it was still white?
Yeah.
We won't catch you there no time soon. Unless the U of A go to the Rose Bowl, and I'll say about everybody in this room there, crazy and shirtless. Woo! Wildcats! And then the game is over, and there's some shooting stars. You guys are fucking ducking and thinking about coming back next year. Woo! No, this is great, but we will be back if Arizona goes back the next year. But anyways.
Yeah, not too many white boys left over there.
Well, there are some, but they're in the house. But yeah. Well, I'm pushing 30 this year, so it's pretty much a fact that I'm gonna die one day. So my only wish is to be a great father. So my daughter's gonna turn out to be the type of girls that honor my death by getting an R.I.P. dad tatted across their ass. On a lighter note, I just bought the Godfather 2 video game for Xbox 360. And I only bought it because I enjoy simulating Italian on Italian crime. Nothing says fun like executing a virtual shakedown. But anyways, yeah, just like black on black crime, except the faces are black and they eat ribs, not spaghetti. But, anyways, speaking of God, when the Bible says honor thy mother and thy father, does that hold true if your mother's a hooker and your father's a transsexual drug dealer? Like, how am I supposed to honor that? By dressing up like Miss Doubtfire and giving hand jobs for money? Talk about awkward. But on a sadder note, my grandfather died earlier this week. Yeah, you guys can kind of feel sympathy for that. Yeah, I know y'all didn't know him, but can I get like something? Cause I'm on the burst of tears right now. Thank you. That was great. But, yeah, he died from a heart attack he suffered while running a 10K to benefit the fight against heart disease. Talk about irony. But speaking of the elderly, why do old people get on Facebook? That's like people from my generation trying to use a phonograph or a ham radio or something. In my opinion, if you were born 30 to 40 years before the term social networking, you shouldn't be doing it. Because most people in your network should be getting ready to log off. Permanently. But I know I said that and it sounded cold, but I really love old people though. I really do. I love them. Because they're like little tiny broken mirrors that reflect your future back at you. It's like, they always remind me of this fact. One day, I'm going to shrivel up and hate everything. Then, forget why. Nah, I can barely remember now. Weed has done a lot of damage to my fragile brain. When I was in school, the nurse's office was my favorite place to go. Not because the nurse was hot or anything, it's because everybody wanted to beat the hell out of me. Man, for the first 3 grades, I thought my name was, there he is, get him! But I like watching sports. I like watching it so much that my girl says, hey, you should be a coach. And I say, maybe she's right. Until I think, man, if you dump a bucket of Gatorade on me, you better be looking for a fight. Because even if you're not, that's what you're going to get. And I hate timber sports, though, because I see no point, no athleticism at all in abusing wood. And in my opinion, if anything sponsored by Jim Beam and Red Man chewing tobacco is not a sport. But I see a lot of white people in here, but I don't think that we should like focus on race and like colors, because if I had a choice of color to be, do you really think I would be this? No, I would not. I would be blue. I would be blue so I can find the nearest hot yellow chick and make a green alien baby. I'm dressing my son in baggy jeans and skater shoes because I want him to be the black Justin Bieber. Because maybe then he'll turn out to be something cool like a white Tupac. But still be black enough to beat the shit out of Kevin Federline. Speaking of Justin Bieber, I hate Justin Bieber. Every time I see him, I wish I could just beat his ass. Like, really beat him. Beat him to the point to where he's bloody on the ground and he's gonna need a drink afterwards. But anyways, the only problem with that is I'm too old to do it. But I wish I could go back in time 11 years just so I can do it. But the only problem with that plan is if I went back 11 years, I'd be 18 and he'd just be 7. And since I didn't learn how to fight till I just turned 29, let's just say I'd be overmatched. Now, as a kid, I always wanted to be a black belt, but there was only one thing stopping me. I can't lift my leg up high enough to throw a violent kick. Who know? How many black belts do you know that throw only punches? Y'all don't believe me? Threatening, wasn't it? It's like I don't like how black people try to keep Barack Obama's like sacred, like and nobody can say anything bad about him, especially if you black. It's like, dude, his first duty when he came to office was to have a solid gold 70 show on the White House lawn for his wife. How are we supposed to trust a guy that does that? I became a comedian because, like, I'm used to being laughed at. Like, everybody laughed at me. My mother, my father, my sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles, even my grandma. Like, hell, any animals, even animals laugh at me. Could you imagine walking down the street, looking to your left and seeing a cocker spaniel rolling on his belly, laughing? That's messed up, man. One day I even got laughed at by a street gang full of amputees. Can you imagine being laughed at by 6 one-armed buff dudes? That is crazy. But anyways, let's see if I got any more jokes that don't require me cursing, because people will get scared. Alright, well, I guess that's my time. I'm out of here. I can't think of nothing else. This shit's fun.